So let's study about third physiographic division, that is the peninsular plateau. So when we see this one in the map, it is spread between Delhi Ridge in north, Gir Hills in the west, Rajmahal Hills in the east, and in the south it is Karadumam. So if we join these points, the area between these points, or can say the area, this is comes under the peninsular plateaus. So if we write this one, first one, the elevation of these plateaus is about 600 to 900 meter. Second one, these are older and stable. Third one, we can add about this, how far they are spread. So they are spread to Delhi Ridge in the north, Gir Hills to the west, Karadumam to the south, and Rajmahal Hills to the east. So in third point we can write this. The elevation of Western Ghat is more than the elevation of Eastern Ghat. So most of the rivers which even originate in Western Ghat, they flow towards east. So fourth one, elevation of Western Ghat is more than Eastern Ghat, causes rivers to flow from west to east. The rivers like Narmada, Tapi, they originate in the Western Ghats. Most of the rivers originate from the Western Ghats, and some of the rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, they originate from Eastern Ghats. So we can write about the river in the fifth point. Like rivers originating from Western Ghats and rivers originating from Eastern Ghats. So these plateaux, they are further subdivided on the basis of region. So they are further subdivided into Deccan Plateau, Central Highland, and third one is the Northeastern Plateau. So let's read about these one by one. So let's first see about Deccan Plateau. So if we see in the map, it lies between the Deccan Plateau. It's something of this one. So it lies between Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, and here it is Satpura Hills, Mahadev Hills, and yeah. So first point we can write is lies between Western Ghats in west, Eastern Ghats in east, and Satpura Hills, or can Satpura Range, Mahadev Hills in the north. The elevation, as I already told, of the Western Ghats is greater than the Eastern Ghats, so most of the rivers flow in this direction. These Ghats, the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, they meet at Nilgiri Hills. So in the second point, these Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats meet at Nilgiri Hills. We can write about the rivers also. So here we have rivers. If we draw it properly, So here it flows the Mahanadi. Here it is Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. Anaimoli, this is the largest peak of this Deccan Plateau, and that lies in Anaimali. And second one, this is the highest peak, and the second one is in Nilgiri Hills. Doda Betta, it's 2637 meters, and it is placed in Nilgiri Hills. So here it is Doda Betta, and here it is Anaimori. So in the fourth point, we can write about the rivers. Let us write above. So most of the rivers originate from Western Ghats, like Narmada, Tapi, and eastern rivers like Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari. So this is all about the Deccan Plateau. Now we will read about the Central Highland. Cut. हाँ अब ऑन है, सॉरी। अरे आ रहा है। नीचे में कहाँ तक का दिख रहा है, क्योंकि ये पूरा दिखा, ये तो आगे डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रहा ना कुछ।
ये तो आते ही बोर्ड हो रहा है।
वही, क्योंकि मैं बॉटल रख रहा था ना, तो फिर मैंने साइड में रख दिया। ब्लैक वाला तो सही था, तो चल रहा था।
जब भी आना बाहर तो स्टॉप बोल करना है, जब भी स्टार्ट करना स्टार्ट बोल।
तो मैं स्टॉप होकर मैं वो चलता रहेगा ना, बस मैं स्टॉप बोल दूंगा, फिर अपना लिखता रहूंगा, आगे कंटिन्यू कर दूंगा। अच्छा ठीक। हाँ वही थोड़ा मुझे, हाँ स्टार्ट या स्टॉप से स्टार्ट करना चीज़ है बस। ओके थैंक यू। स्टार्ट। हाँ हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम सुमित कुमार है और मैं IIT गुवाहाटी में पढ़ता हूँ। एंड सो टुडे वी आर गोना स्टडी चैप्टर स्ट्रक्चर एंड फिजियोग्राफी। तो बेसिकली इसमें हम लोग द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अर्थ एंड हाउ दैट वी हैव डिफरेंट लैंडफॉर्म्स, वी विल स्टडी इन दैट एंड वी विल सी हाउ दीज थिंग्स हैव हैपेंड। तो ऐसा माना जाता है जो अर्थ है वो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 460 मिलियन ओल्ड है, एंड इट हैज गॉन अंडर वेरियस चेंजेस ड्यू टू द फोर्सेस, एंडोजेनिक फोर्सेस एंड एक्सोजेनिक फोर्सेस। And especially one more factor is movements of plate. So, so these all things have affected and have shaped the various to Earth. So basically, one more factor is there कि ऐसा माना जाता है कि in the beginning of time जो इंडियन प्लेट है that was south to the equator somewhere here, and the Australian plate which today exists was the part of this plate, and later on this plate got broke up and जो इंडियन प्लेट है वो मूव कर गई नॉर्थ एंड जो ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्लेट है वो साउथ की ओर मूव कर गई. इट्स ऑल जस्ट बिकॉज द एंडोजेनिक एंड एक्सोजेनिक फोर्सेस. सो दीज फोर्सेस अफेक्ट to form different landforms in different places. So, based on these geological structures, India has been divided into three major geological structures. One is Himalayas, second peninsular blocks, and third is Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plains. That were Himalayas and other peninsular mountains. So basically जो इंडिया का मैप है, if we go through that, then so जो साउथर्न पार्ट है ये पूरा हमारा पेनिनसुलर ब्लॉक्स के अंदर आता है. Here it is Satpura, range, okay, Satpura hills, and here Mahadev hills. So from the beginning of the time, these peninsular blocks are rigid. They are standing just rigid blocks, and their boundary is not regular. Basically, they have somewhere extension, and in this one, the peninsular block is made of ancient material, gneiss and granites. It has gone under vertical movement and block faulting. Now coming to the Himalayas and other peninsular mountains, it basically consists the northeastern part of India. So these are youth and young, so they are still under the construction and they are still affected with endogenic and exogenic forces. In the initially they were not existed. तो क्या हुआ, जब इंडियन प्लेट जब मूवमेंट कर रही थी फ्रॉम साउथ टू नॉर्थ एंड व्हेन इट डिड कोलाइड विद द एशिया, these Himalayas were formed during that time, and these Himalayas basically form faults, folds and thrust plains. Now let's read something about Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain. जो इंडो गंगा ब्रह्मपुत्र प्लेन है, दैट बेसिकली अ सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. सो इफ यू रिमूव दिस एंड सी फ्रेश, then it is central part of India. So Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain, this is formed by the deposits which were brought from the mountains and deposited here. The sediments brought from the mountains and deposited here. The approximate depth of these sediments in these plains is about 1000 to 2000 meter, that is 1 to 2 kilometer. The approximate depth of these sediments in these landforms, these plains. So this is all about the geological division of India. Now let's see the physiography. So physiography of an area is basically the outcome of all forces and the process under which this area is going, like development and the forces, because of that the processes which are going on. So the physiography of an area is the outcome of structure, process and development. So So if we see that India, something like, then we have landforms like mountains, plateaus, plain area, coastal areas, and we have deserts also. So based on all these different variety of landforms, the India is basically divided into 6 physiographical structure. So if we go through with the division under physiography, so it has northern and northeastern mountains. Second, the northern plains. Third, the Peninsular Plateau. And fourth, the Indian desert. Fifth one is the coastal plains. And the last one, the islands. So this is the basically division under physiography. तो अब हम लोग एक एक करके द नॉर्दर्न एंड नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न माउंटेन्स, फिर हम लोग देखेंगे द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स, देन पेनिनसुलर प्लेटोज, द इंडियन डेजर्ट एंड द कोस्टल प्लेन्स एंड द आइलैंड्स. सो हम लोग एक एक करके इन डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स को देखते हैं. अब तो पहला टॉपिक है द नॉर्दर्न एंड नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न माउंटेन. The northern and northeastern mountains. So basically the mountains, the Himalayas have the parallel range of mountains. It consists of parallel range of mountains. So it has like greater mountain range, middle mountain range, and the lower is Shivalik. These mountains basically act as a divider between India and all other East Asian countries. So not only it acts as a divider, it also affects the climate, the culture of India. So if we write all those things in point wise, so first one is it consists of parallel mountain ranges like Greater Mountain Range, Middle Mountain Range, Shivalik act as a divider between India and other northeastern countries. The various rivers like the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus all originate from these Himalayas. So it's a most of the rivers originate from Himalayas. So based on the alignment of these ranges and other factors, these northern and northeastern mountains are divided into different ranges. So the one is Kashmir and North Western mountains. Second one is Uttarachal mountains. Third one is Darjeeling and Sikkim mountains. Fourth is Arunachal mountain. And the last one, the eastern hills and mountains. So let's read about all these different categories of mountains one by one. Stop. Take the part of glacial clay. start. तो चलो अब हम लोग पढ़ते हैं the varieties present in northern and northeastern mountains. So the Kashmir and northwestern Himalayas. So if we see in the map, it has various ranges like Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Pir Panjab, so in this one, the first one, it has various ranges. For example, Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Pir Panjab. So the Ladakh, so basically it's a cold desert situated between Karakoram and Greater Himalaya ranges. It's a cold desert between Karakoram range and Greater Himalaya mountain. Similarly, we have Dal Lake, which is situated between Pir Panjab and Greater Himalaya mountain. So other than Dal Lake, we have Wooler Lake also. These Dal and Wooler lakes are freshwater lakes, and other than that, we have lakes like Pangangso and Somoriri. These two are salt water lakes. So it has freshwater lakes like Dal and Wooler, and salt water lakes like Pangangso and Somoriri. These Kashmir Himalayas are also famous for the formation of Kareva. Kareva is basically the thick deposit of glacial clay. And these Kareva are used for the cultivation of saffron. So if we write the fourth point in that, so these are famous for Kareva formation. Formation used for cultivation of saffron. And this area is drained basically with the river called Indus, and it has got tributaries like Jhelum and Chenab. These rivers flow in this region. So we can write in that fifth point that the area is drained by Indus and its tributaries Jhelum and Chenab, and here various pilgrimage places are also there. So that one we can write like pilgrimage places like Vaishno Devi, Amarnath Cave, and Charare Sharif. So these pilgrimages creates a lot of attraction for the tourist. So this is all about the Kashmir and northern Himalayas, and now let's move to Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas. That's the second division of northern and northeastern Himalayas. The Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas lies between the Indus and Ganga tributaries. So first point is that it lies between Indus and whose tributary is Ravi, and Ganga, which tributary is Ghagra. And second point in that, so if we see in that map, something like, so this area basically is Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas and lies between Ravi and Ghagra tributary. So this area is basically drained by the Indus and Ganga. So area is drained by Ganga and Indus tributaries. The British, they were attracted by this place, and they created various hill stations like, so British developed various hill stations. Britishers developed various hill stations like Dharamsala, Mussoorie, Shimla, and many more. And similarly, health resorts, let's slide it above, and health resorts like Shimla, Kasauli, that's a bit. Almora, Ranikhet. Here, it was the third point. And fourth one, this area is inhabited by Bhotia's tribe. And the last one is about pilgrimage places. So similar to the Kashmir and northwestern Himalayas, in Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas also we have different pilgrimage places like Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath, other. So with this we have finished Kashmir and northwestern Himalayas and Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas. So now we will move to other divisions, Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas, Arunachal Himalayas, and north and eastern hills and mountains. So we will go to with that also. Stop. Nepal and Bangladesh and Bhutan. Start. So moving forward, let's now see two more different divisions of northern and northeastern mountains. So the third one is Darjeeling and Sikkim mountains. So if we see in the map, it lies between Nepal mountains and Bhutan mountains, this area basically. So these are Nepal mountains and Bhutan mountains. So the area between Nepal and Bhutan mountains. So Nepal mountains are basically to the west and Bhutan mountains are to the east. So the area between west of Nepal mountains and the area between east of Nepal mountains and west of Bhutan mountains is the Darjeeling and Sikkim mountains. It has the river, fast flowing river called Tista, which finally goes to Bangladesh. Tista, and we see clear diagram again. So here the high mountain peak region it is basically. So Kanchenjunga, and here the river Tista. So Kanchenjunga, it's high mountain peak. So let's write the point for this. So lies between east of Nepal mountains and west of Bhutan mountains. Nepal mountains and west of Bhutan mountains. Second one, it has fast flowing river. Tista, and region of high mountain peaks. For example, Kanchenjunga. And third one, if we see, it has got tribes like Lepcha and other people coming from Nepal, Bengal, means Bangladesh, Bengalis, and from the central India. So the area is inhabited by tribe Lepcha or Lepcha tribe, and other people from or other people, Nepalis, Bengali, and central India. Here this region, it has the physical environment, like it has moderate slope, distributed rainfall, all these physical environment was suitable for tea plantation. So Britishers, they started tea plantation here. So British people were attracted by physical environment, or can say by suitable physical environment. And started tea plantation. So this is all about the Darjeeling and Sikkim mountains. Now let's read about Arunachal Himalayas. So this Arunachal Himalaya, it is extended from east of Bhutan Himalayas to Depu Pass. So when we see the map, it's Bhutan. So from east of the Bhutan Himalayas, it is till Thifu Pass. So for the first point, it is extended from east of Bhutan Himalaya to Thifu Pass. It has various mountain peaks like Kangtu and Namcha Barwa. So when we see this map, this Namcha Barwa is situated here. Namcha Barwa. In this area, the Brahmaputra River. So area is drained by Brahmaputra River and other its tributaries like area is drained by Brahmaputra and other tributaries like Subantri, Lohit, Dibang, Dehang, etc. All these rivers and its tributaries are perennial. And these fast flowing rivers form gorges. Like Brahmaputra. And about the tribes, it has got various tribes like Monpa, Abor, Mishmi, Nishi, Nagas. So you can write that one about the tribes. The area is inhabited with these tribes. So with this, we finish this Arunachal Himalaya, sorry, and the last one, Eastern Hills and Mountains. Now I will read this. Stop. रोहतक. Two rivers. Mizoram and Manipur. Are tributaries of Barak. Mejo Hills, Patkai Hills, Naga Hills, Mejo Hills. Start. So now let's read the last division of northern and northeastern mountains, eastern hills and mountains. So if we see in the map, these hills are situated here. These hills have got various names. Local names are these. Like here it is in north, it is called Patkai Hills. While going down, it is called Naga Hills, then Mejo Hills, and they have the direction from north to south. So while writing the points, it has got various local names in north. Patkai Hills, it's full Patkai Bum, and Naga Hills, Manipur, and whereas in south, it's Mizo. So all these ranges are divided by numerous small rivers. So they are not continuous basically. So we can write in that these hills are separated by various rivers. In that one, Barak is one of the most important rivers. So for example, we can write Barak. In this one, in Manipur especially, there is one lake called Loktak. It's very large lake and it is surrounded by mountain from all sides. So in Manipur, there is a large lake surrounded by or can say covered by mountains from all sides. So other than that, the most of the tributaries flowing here are tributaries of Brahmaputra. Most of the rivers flowing here are tributaries of Brahmaputra. But two rivers flowing in Mizoram and Manipur are tributaries of Barak. Where is this Barak? If we see in this map, Barak is flowing like this, and which itself a tributary of Meghna, and that finally goes to the Bangladesh and discharges its water to Bay of Bengal. So in that one we can write about this one, the fourth point. And yeah, we have this much only in this one, and with this we finish our first division of physiographic division, that is northern and northeastern mountains. Now we will study second one, the northern plains. Cut. Start. So now we are going to study the second physiographic division of India, that is the northern plains. So northern plains basically are formed by the sediments brought by rivers from mountains. The northern plains. So formed by sediments brought by rivers from mountains. So from these mountains, these sediments are brought and they are deposited in this area. The formation of these plains were started in third phase. Third phase during the formation of Himalayas. So with that time, these rivers are bringing the sediments from Himalayas and they are depositing in these lands. The approximate depth of these sediments is about 1 to 2 kilometers. So that too we can write the depth of these sediments the main rivers, you can say the larger rivers which are caused to bring the sediments are Brahmaputra, Ganga and Indus. So all these rivers have played very crucial role in bringing these sediments and depositing here. The approximate length of this plain is 3200 kilometers. So if we see on the map, this area is basically in the northern plain, and the rivers like here the Indus, here Ganga and here Brahmaputra. So the length of this plain from west to east is about 3200 kilometers, and from north to south it is 150 to 300 kilometers. So these plains are basically divided in three parts. And let's rub it. And so the first one is Bhabar, and then Tarai belt and alluvial plain. And these alluvial plains are further subdivided into Bhangar and Khadar. So let's read about these one by one. Thanks. Okay. So for the Bhabar, it's a pebble belt and it lies parallel to, like this one is Shivalik range. So it lies just parallel to the Shivalik range, the Bhabar belt. So first one is lies parallel to Shivalik belt. The length from north to south is 8 to 16 kilometers. Actually, this one it has the pebbles, the sediments brought from the mountains are larger in size, like rocks, and so they are the pebbles, the pebble belt. So most of the rivers flowing through this region, they disappear. So streams flowing through this region disappears. And this is all about Bhabar plain, Bhabar belt can say. Now let's see about Tarai belt. So to the south of Bhabar belt we have Tarai belt. So south to the Bhabar it lies, and second one, the approximate length of this belt is 10 to 20 kilometers. So all those rivers or streams which disappears in Bhabar belt, they again reappears in Tarai belt, and because of that area is marshy. So marshy region it is, and rivers or streams reappears here. So this is all about Tarai belt, and below that here it is alluvial plain, and which is further subdivided in Khadar and Bhangar. So Bhangar, compared to the so let's read it here and compare these two. So compared to the Khadar, Bhangar has older deposits and it has new deposits. So rivers bringing sediments, the Bhangar is the largest plain area in all these Bhangar, Tarai and Khadar. So it's largest plain area compared to all others, and compared to the Khadar, the Bhangar is largest, so it is gonna be smaller compared to Bhangar. As here we have always new deposits, and rivers frequently change the deposits here, so it is ideal for agriculture. This area, the Bhangar, it also has the rich sediments for agriculture. So this is all about the Bhangar and Khadar. So coming back to the northern plains, the most rivers flowing in these plains, they finally form deltas. So we can write these rivers form delta before discharging their water. For example, Sundarban Delta, it's large, this delta here. The fifth point, these plains have the areas suitable for agriculture. So let's rub it and write it the fifth point. So this area is suitable for agriculture, causes attraction for large amount of population. So basically some of the agriculture cultivation of like wheat, rice, sugarcane, all. So this is all about the northern plains. Now we will read about the peninsular plateaus. Cut. Start. So let's study about third physiographic division, that is the peninsular plateau. So when we see this one in the map, it is spread between Delhi Ridge in north, Gir Hills in the west, Rajmahal Hills in the east, and in the south it is Karadumam. So if we join these points, the area between these points, or can say the area, this is comes under the peninsular plateaus. So if we write this one, first one, the elevation of these plateaus is about 600 to 900 meter. Second one, these are older and stable. Third one, we can add about this, how far they are spread. So they are spread to Delhi Ridge in the north, Gir Hills to the west, Karadoman to the south, and Rajmahal Hills to the east. So in third point we can write this. The elevation of Western Ghat is more than the elevation of Eastern Ghat. So most of the rivers which even originate in Western Ghat, they flow towards east. So fourth one, elevation of Western Ghat is more than Eastern Ghat, causes rivers to flow from west to east. The rivers like Narmada, Tapi, they originate in the Western Ghat. Most of the rivers originate from the Western Ghat, and some of the rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, they originate from Eastern Ghat. So we can write about the river in the fifth point, like rivers originating from Western Ghat and rivers originating from Eastern Ghat. So these plateaus, they are further subdivided on the basis of region. So they are further subdivided into Deccan Plateau, Central Highland, and third one is the Northeastern Plateau. So let's read about these one by one. So let's first see about Deccan Plateau. So if we see in the map, it lies between the Deccan Plateau. it's something of this one. So it lies between Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat, and here it is Satpura Hills, Mahadev Hills, and yeah. So first point we can write is lies between Western Ghat in west, Eastern Ghat in east, and Satpura Hills, or can Satpura Range, Mahadev Hills in the north. The elevation, as I already told, of the Western Ghat is greater than the Eastern Ghat, so most of the rivers flow in this direction. These ghats, the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat, they meet at Nilgiri Hills. So in the second point, these Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat meet at Nilgiri Hills. We can write about the rivers also. So here we have rivers. If we draw it properly, so here it flows the Mahanadi. Here it is Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. Anaimoli, this is the largest peak of this Deccan Plateau, and that lies in Anaimali. And second one, this is the highest peak, and the second one is in Nilgiri Hills. Dodavetta, it's 2637 meters, and it is placed in Nilgiri Hills. So here it is Dodavetta, and here it is Anaimoli. So in the fourth point, we can write about the rivers. Let it write above. So most of the rivers originate from Western Ghats like Narmada, Tapi, and eastern rivers like Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari. So this is all about the Deccan Plateau. Now we will read about the Central Highland. Cut. start. So let's read about the remaining two, Central Highland and the Northeastern Plateau. And we see on the map, here it is Aravalli Hills, here it is Satpura, and it is, and if we further draw it, तो यहाँ पर है राजमहल हिल्स. तो it lies between Satpura in the south, Aravalli Hills in the northwest, and it extends up to Rajmahal Hills in the east. तो पहला पॉइंट हम लोग यही लिख सकते हैं कि it lies between Aravalli Hills in northwest Satpura Hills and south and Rajmahal Hills and extends up to hills in east. The elevation of this is about 700 to 1000 meters. So in second point, the elevation of this plateau is about 700 to 1000. In third point, this region has gone under metamorphic process. So this region has gone under metamorphic process in its geological history. तो ये metamorphic process actually, ये transformation of rocks with excess of temperature, or can say heat, and pressure. So in the third point, it has gone under metamorphic process in its geological history. So this is all about Central Highland. So now the third one is Northeastern Plateau. So the area between Rajmahal Hills and Meghalaya Plateau, that comes under Northeastern Plateau. So in the same map, let's extend. Last part of the map means the eastern side. So here it is Rajmahal Hills to this region. So the Rajmahal Hills and Meghalaya hills comes under northeastern plateau. These Meghalaya hills are further subdivided. The Meghalaya plateau is further subdivided into Khasi Hills, Garo Hills and Jaintia Hills. So we can write in further, Meghalaya plateau is further subdivided into Khasi Hills, Garo Hills and Jaintia Hills. And the third point in that, this region is rich in mineral resources like coal, iron ore, limestones and uranium. So this is under northeastern plateau. So with this we finish this peninsular plateau and we will read about the Indian desert and other divisions under physiographic division.